professional, and I have time, we're going to look at the institutional as well, because we have more inventory in the institutional. Okay. So, you have a data service prior to 1/1/2017. All Texas dual Medicare are to pay the full PR, not to exceed the Medicare allowed. Okay. After 1/1/2017, they do apply the lesser of logic. There are exceptions. Okay. If the services are ambulance or dialysis center, they are excluded from the lesser of language. Okay. The state is going to pay the entire cost share for these claims. So watch out for place of service 41, 42, or 65. This is critical. Like I said, this is one of the most common errors we're seeing in the Texas dual right now. Okay. The second thing is the state pays the entire member cost share on services that Medicare allowed, but Medicaid denied with these denial codes or reasons. Okay. So Medicare is always primary over Medicaid. Your primary, sometimes called the basis or basic, is referred to your Medicare. Your secondary or supplemental lines are your Medicaid. Okay. Upon processing of the Medicare claim, the Medicaid is automatically spawned, and the Medicaid will automatically be placed on a dual code. Okay. This is an important note. The Medicaid claim is not to be released until the Medicare claim has been posted to the check run. The system has been programmed to place a header hold of NCRDL on the Medicaid claim, and upon the posting of the Medicare claim to the check run, the system will in turn automatically release the Medicaid claim. Okay. So, first we're going to review our Medicaid claim details to determine if we have pricing on the claim. Right? I have my claim over here. And I do have claim pricing. Okay? Now, all others, I'm going to go to step 2. Access both the Medicare primary and the Medicaid claim. So like we do in New Jersey, I have a second professional claim screen up, and I'm going to go to special, view associated claim. I'm going to pull the Medicare. So how I know this one is the Medicare is the LOB ends in R, and the plan ID is all numbers. And now I have my Medicare claim pulled. And I'm going to go to step 3. This is just telling us, if we're always going to pay the full cost share when services are covered by Medicare, but denied is non-covered by Medicaid. So we're going to go down to step 3. Okay. So step 3 is the Medicaid dual professional services are denied is not covered and must have the member's liability paid in full when Medicare allows the services. Okay, this is actually not us. We're going to go to step 4 now. Okay. Medicaid dual ambulance or dialysis claim must pay the full member cost share when services are allowed on the Medicare. Okay.
We take the pictures together. How many?
2025, I told my wife she.
But this is us.
never
I
have to go
have
back
a
to work
place
again.
of
Her job
service
was called support
41.
police. Her time was restricted, and I missed how happy she was when we had no major
That
responsibilities.
did not pull the right button.
And I missed how happy she was when we had no major responsibilities 10 years ago. This is the woman who flew me to Dubai on her scholarship money, asked her parents to pay off my debt so I could join the Air Force, and moved away from home to spend the rest of her life with me. This was the least I could do for her. But before I made that decision, there were a few financial moves I made to ensure we were prepared. Number one, I created a financial system. Every dollar had a destiny.
The Medicare claim where they paid, but they paid the full PR. There's no PR here. So now I need to figure out what I need to do, okay? Because my first scenario says it's not an ambulance or dialysis, so I would go to step 5. My second scenario is ambulance and dialysis claim, place of service 41, 42, or 65, and Medicare indicates that there's copay, coinsurance, or deductible. That is not me. There is no copay, no coinsurance, or no deductible. So I am going to come down here, and I'm actually going to go to step 5. The reason I am bypassing step 4 is because this is me. Coordination of benefits, claim when Medicare claim denied the services or pays with no patient liability. Okay? This is us, because we have no patient liability on this claim. So first it says the Medicare denied the services with these denial codes. That's not us. Medicare denied the services with these denial codes. Nope, not us. Medicare denied the services with denial codes other than, not us. And if it was, we would mirror the Medicaid denial. Medicare claim paid and allowed services, but no cost share, no copay, and no deductible was applicable. This is us. All the lines that meet this criteria on the Medicaid service line will be denied DNNPR. We do not enter OC allowed or OC paid on the Medicare dual service lines when you add this denial. Now this claim is going to be relatively easy. I need though to see if we need to enter, not remember that. I think I missed it. Trying to determine if I need to enter the COB indicators on my header. We do not, okay. So I was here in step 5. I'm going to deny my line DNNPR. One second. because I'm not going to be entering, any denial codes. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be entering any OC allowed and OC paid. You know what? We do have to enter the COB indicators. Okay, so yeah, we do need to enter them. The reason is, notice my OC allowed is grayed out. Do you guys see that? See the OC allowed is grayed out? So the only way to get that to not be grayed out is to enter the EOB indicators. So we would enter Medicare and then other, not undefined, and then we would put the Medicare post date. So see, now if I needed to enter COB, that information is there. Okay, this claim is also holding for DOFRC. So let me pull that SAT to see if they've updated it yet. Okay, so I'm going to the interim process because they have not updated the DORF rules for the dual plans on the SAT yet. Not gonna let me copy this. Okay. Let me paste this. Okay, so if you are working a dual, and it is holding for this this DOFRC. is what we are going to do. And this is from the intern process. Okay.
And this is for any state, Lucille?
That's a dual. If it's a dual, it's holding dual.
For any state?
Any state.
And this is on the intern process that you gave us access to, or?
Yep. Yes. So any state holding dual that also has this DO FRC hold. The DO FRC information was already verified on Medicare. So therefore, when processing your dual, you can bypass verifying the DO FRC info by placing NA in the hidden user field 4 on each detail line under special hidden users. Okay? So before I finish my claim on my Medicaid, I'm going to go to special, hidden user field, if I can find it right there. And here on hidden user 4, I'm going to type in capitals N/A. Okay? I'm going to save that line. So on my second line, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to special, hidden fields,
Can you please
line
hold on
4.
there? Take a snap, please. Thank you.
Did they give, okay, hold on. Anna, you don't have the interim process?
I don't think I do either. I've never seen that.
I'm pretty sure we have it. Check those links that we got.
Yeah,
Okay.
check the links you got, and if you open the link and it says you do not have access, tell us why you need access. Just say I need access for claim processing. You probably then will get access within 5 to 10 minutes because they know you need access to this. This interim process is what we use anytime there is something that we need to do that is outside of the SAT. So notice the first thing I did was I verified, was this on the SAT? Because I know this interim process. So anytime we send emails and we say such and such has been added to the interim process, this is what we're talking about, this interim process right here, okay? So,
I see mine. It's in the links that Roxanne sent us.
yeah. Okay. Okay, and like I said, if you open it, it says you don't have access, tell us why you need access. Just say you need it for claims processing. You will get it. My team can tell you they all did that and they had it within minutes. So the SIM team definitely knows that you guys need this. Right?
I'm sorry, so what is it called again?
The interim process,
Okay,
and that is a link I gave you guys as well.
thank you.
Okay. So yeah. So notice the first thing I did though was check the SAT, because if it's been updated, which is what should happen, we would go ahead and just use what the SAT said. For example, this behavioral off-grid information, that's been updated in the SAT. So I would not go to the interim process for that. All of these processes are supposed to be updated in the SAT. What you have to remember is for something to be updated in the SAT, they have to go to the states. Okay? So we've got four dual plans. So for them to update this in the DOFRC process, they have to go and get approval from Florida, New Jersey, Kentucky, and Texas. And that can take a while, okay? So until that happens, we have to use what's going on here. I give you this information because I don't want y'all freaking out if you get dual claims for Texas and they have that DOFRC hold on them. Because you'll see that. You'll see it a lot. Okay? spend your time trying to work it as a DOFRC. If we find a Medicare that happens to, then we'll spend our time working it as a DOFRC. But until that happens, we're just gonna put an NA in the hidden user field. Okay? And right here in hidden user 4, I'm going to put capital N/A. Save that. So now I'm going to release my holds.
So Lucille, we need to check that every time we go into a new SAT?
You can, there's, or if there, I guess you need to check it every time before you say, hey, there's something out of the ordinary going on. What do I do? Because then you're going to say, go to the interim process. So you'll want to check that first. Okay. Where am I? Okay, so I'm releasing my holds now. So I'm releasing the dual. I'm releasing the MRCDL because that's just telling me that my Medicare is posted. And then see, this sends us to step 7. So step 7 is to review the claim holds to ensure they are released. History all resolved codes except, of course, the TSSHD. And then we are actually noting both. Update notes for the Medicare and the Medicaid. So the notes I'm going to give you are for both. Okay? The first note goes on your Medicaid. The second note goes on your Medicare. Okay? So yes, I'm going to update notes on both. You must put your Medicare claim number in the notes. You must put your Medicaid claim number in the notes. Okay? That's why I gave you the notes in the format that I gave you. Okay? Processing per dual stat is not acceptable. Okay? You have to have those claim numbers in there. That is my Medicaid note. Now we're going to put in my Medicare note. And that is that claim done. Any questions on that?
So, Ms. Lucille,
Yes.
you're saying you're adding a note to both claims?
Yes.
So they're both open?
What do you mean they're both open?
I mean, they're both, so one says payable. So
You mean
regardless
pay,
of,
paid? You can add a note to any claim, even in a paid status.
okay, that's all I want to know. You wasn't physically, like, okay. Yeah, I did all that. She was working on, got you, we get it.
Is that the same note on both except the numbers are switched?
Well, the first note is I'm processing per the dual. So yeah. And then the second note says, per Texas dual COBSAT. The reason I'm not processing it, I'm just putting the note on there because the Texas dual COBSAT tells me that I have to mark the Medicare claim. I have to put a note on the Medicare claim. So that's why it doesn't say per, process per, because I'm not processing it. I'm just updating the note because the SAT told me to. So that's why the language is a little bit different.
Okay. first claim is the claim that the first note is the note for the actual claim that we're actually working. The second note is on the claim that we're actually looking at, and we just have to
Yes.
add a note.
Yes.
Gotcha. Alright.
So Lucille, are we adding a note to the Medicare claim so that if somebody looked at the Medicare claim, they'll know that it was already coordinated? And give it the claim number? Is that the reason?
The reason is the SAT tells us to.
Oh, I was just looking at the logic behind it, because
I don't know
sometimes
what
it can.
I know
Oh,
what you're
okay.
trying to do, and I don't know the logic behind it, because I can very easily determine what the Medicaid claim is here. So I don't know the logic behind it.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
you could look at that Medicare claim without knowing the Medicaid claim and
Yeah,
knowing.
because it's unlike Kentucky.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It pulls it up. Yeah,
Because
okay.
unlike Kentucky, they're linked. So I don't know what the logic is for updating both. Because
Okay, I just
you're
try to
right.
process stuff in my head. That's
Yeah,
all.
because in the grand scheme of things, I can see which two claims it's linked to.
Right.
Yeah. I definitely can see the logic of it for Kentucky, because those two claims are not linked in Excellus. They're only linked by a piece of paper. Plus, depending on, and sometimes the Kentucky Medicare claim does not spawn a Medicaid. So then we may use, what'll happen is the provider will bill another claim, and that claim spawns a Medicaid. So then we might be using a different Medicaid care claim to COB our Medicaid than what's on the MH. So it makes complete sense in the state of Kentucky. But in the state of Texas, I don't know why it says that, but it does. So we're gonna follow the SAT.